So you would naturally think, well, how could you do anything better than that? Well, what happened was music decided it had to simplify after Bach, and we entered what was called the classical period. Now here's where it gets quite interesting, because Bach, of course, lived in a time of monarchs, whereas the classical period coincided with the fervor and the revolutionary zeal for democracy all around the world. So as a matter of fact, the father of America, George Washington, and the father of the classical period, Franz Joseph Haydn, were both born the same year, in 1732. And by the time we get to Mozart, who was born about 25 years later, classical style had already evolved into something very much like the US Constitution. What they decided to do, and the reason we call it classical, is because they took different parts, different structures, and decided to put them together in perfect symmetry. Exactly as you might find, say, in the US Constitution, what they called the balance of powers between Congress and the president and the courts. Well, it worked well back then theoretically, but at any rate, whatever problems we have today, they had this ideal vision of how humanity and the arts could function. And in Mozart, what we arrive at is now perfection in symmetry, perfection in balance. It's the most wonderful time, and since the movie Amadeus, Mozart has been the most beloved composer in the world. If you doubt me, all you have to do is take a tour of Salzburg, which I'm sure you all know about. So, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, how did he do it where so few notes seem to evoke so much feeling, all in perfect balance?